Nepo babies, Nepo babies, Nepo babies.
No, but that was actually wild, yo. Like these people can just go adventure around the world and with no care and just put it on YouTube and like
called-
how do these people live?
It's called being rich.
And white.
I mean, that didn't look very rich, you know. That looked quite
Well, look, I think
rugged.
if you grew up in an environment where everything was safe for you and your kind, you look,
your kind.
yeah, you look at the world in the same exact way. If you grew up in an area where you had to struggle coming up, there was a lot of, I don't know, criminals or whatever it is. You're kind of cautious of life.
I think that's called conditioning.
It is conditioning.
is.
It is. It's not called. It is conditioning.
Just making sure.
So if you grow up saying, "Hey, the world is my oyster,"
The world is a safe, friendly place.
exactly. You get in a car going from Canada down to Argentina driving.
They started from Canada.
Yes, from
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh wow! لا
Yes.
مشوار هذا.
They drove through Canada, the U.S., Mexico, and then from there all the way down until Chile.
But that did look fun, honestly.
It is gorgeous. All of South America is so beautiful.
Looked like an adventure.
So far.
I would participate in such an adventure.
No, you wouldn't.
But I don't think I can afford it.
No, that's the thing. You can actually afford to do that.
Not with the cameras and the drones and the. Can't be.
Oh, you want to go create a movie? Is that what you're telling me?
Hassan, I want to do that.
So you don't want to go see nature. You just want to go create content.
I want to show
two-
nature to the world.
2 in 1.
Yeah.
No, everyone can just, YouTube
Yeah.
the nature and the world.
But my eyes are different than everyone.
No, your eyes are even worse
I mean,
than everybody else.
Okay, so worse content then. لا بس يعني I don't think I'd have the patience maybe to drive all the way from Canada down.
No, you don't.
Like they really took the scenic route. Like there's going.
Explain to
This,
people what we're talking about.
we're watching a travel log video of a bunch of
Travel log.
Vlog. It's not a log.
Travel
log.
loggers.
It's not a fucking register.
Isn't that the term?
No,
Anyways,
that captain's log.
So
Never mind.
it's a couple that's basically driving from. They started in Mexico in the video that we saw all the way down to the tip of Argentina,
They started in Canada.
which is cool.
We skipped all the way to Mexico.
Oh, we skipped that?
Yes, I skipped the U.S. I was
It's
like, yeah.
boring.
No, because we already know how the U.S. looks like. So we just jumped straight to Mexico.
Yeah, to the exotic parts of the world that we aren't familiar with.
Yes, so we watched the couples drive all the way down to Chile to propose.
There's a whole lot of waterfalls in that video. A whole lot.
A lot of nature.
A lot of nature.
They didn't follow the wise words that were "Don't go chasing waterfalls."
Yeah. No, but they
Fuck
seem-
you. Fuck you.
I don't know.
Come on, that was a great reference. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I didn't get it, but okay.
Because you have shit music. Yeah, taste the music. بس تفضل.
Okay, I have to taste the music. Okay.
Remember TLC's? TLC, don't go chasing waterfall.
Okay. Oh, wow, that was a deep cut. So
Thank you.
yeah, that was fun. Honestly, that was fun. Where would I want to explore in the world?
Hey, welcome back to Kabsa. It's your boy Adi. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 282.
Yep.
While you think.
Yeah.
I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Yep.
I got Shamsi thinking about nature right now next to me.
The world, yes.
The world, the nature of the world.
The nature of the world.
Number one is back in our. I just remembered that you're back. Welcome back.
Convertible airplanes.
What are you talking about?
I mean, accurate, but thanks.
What are you talking about? We have no clue. what you're
Convertible
talking about.
airplanes.
Yeah. What's convertible
I have no
airplanes?
idea.
Do you have an idea, Turks?
I got a clue.
No, you don't.
I
Stop
got it.
lying. So what was convertible airplanes? Can you give us an idea about what you're talking about?
I have a big head, and I need a convertible airplane for my big head.
Okay, you said that. We didn't say that.
True.
I mean, don't go tell people my secret.
We didn't tell nobody nothing. You just said this.
We're happy that
I think
you've accepted
radars can see
nature.
your secret. We don't need to tell people anything.
No.
Yeah.
Radar is for things you can't visually
NASA through the
confirm.
space station knows when you're traveling. And they see you.
You track your orbit, basically.
There's a satellite
Yeah.
just for your big ass head.
Gigantic.
Every time it moves,
Gigantic because
Zordon is moving, y'all. That's your code name at the CIA.
Zordon. He actually looks like a Zordon.
Yes, that's a Power Rangers reference
Yeah.
for y'all. Go Google that shit.
Zordon 1.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Number one's back in the building.
Hello.
Shout out to tens of listeners. Shout out to tens and tens of viewers. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We got no news. We got nothing. So we're just gonna waste your time for the next, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes.
Just what you came here
no
for.
I think the former Soviet bloc. That's where I'd want to drive through.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, like I would like to drive through the former ruins of the Soviet Union. Not like the countries that have
Why?
split. Because I feel like there's a lot of interesting architecture.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
very,
I don't think a lot of it is preserved.
Yeah.
very diverse. Well, it's quite any
I remember I watched
practical.
I watched this documentary about the area where they were testing the nuclear bombs.
Yeah, that was okay. Which one?
The
Which
Tsar
one?
Bomba.
The Soviet Union.
Okay.
So they were testing it in this.
What was it called?
I don't know.
Son?
I'm ignoring. Zordan said a lot of
I
things.
don't know. He said something Jamaican. Man.
The famous bomb they designated, the Tsar Bomba.
Bomba
yes.
clot.
You know, Bob Marley was playing that day.
He's talking about the biggest nuclear
Yes,
bomb
yes.
that was ever detonated. Okay.
So they were doing it in a town, and the people that recruited the town was a military town.
Mm.
They didn't even tell those people
okay.
that they were testing nuclear.
And then they blew them up.
No, they were
Okay.
blowing up a site near it.
Okay.
So everyone that lived in that town lived to basically work on that project
Mm.
without a lot of people knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And all of a
that-
sudden,
so-
the project was gone.
Exactly. The project was gone. I think it's in I don't know which country it's in. It's one of the stands, I think.
There's a lot of stands. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't remember which
I
one.
would
it was
like to
in.
explore the stands.
So they were going around showing the old monuments, and they were saying that after the Soviet Union fell, that a lot of random people were coming destroying all the old architecture that was in
we
Soviet
saw
Union.
that video.
We saw a
Yeah,
video
we saw
similar
that
to it a
video,
while
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yes,
And there's a lot of it that's unmaintained, but they were
Yes.
also talking about
but it looks awesome.
It looks awesome. That's exactly what I'm saying. And it's a very diverse range of countries. Like you're going from like European to Eurasian steps. Okay, in a similar cultures in a sense, but again, different languages, different lifestyles, different. There's a lot to see. That's why I want to explore that.
All right. So if anyone wants to take Shamsi on a Soviet Union trip,
Stand trip. Yeah, we're going on a stand trip. Okay.
he is ready and available.
Ready to go standing.
Let's go standing.
Let's go standing.
Just one tip: when you when eventually reach Kazakhstan, don't introduce yourself by saying "Hi, my name's Shamsi."
That's not what I had in mind, but okay.
Just I wanted to put it out there. Just don't do that.
Yeah. So,
It's Shamsi.
where would you guys like to go? Nowhere.
I don't know. It's very
Home.
difficult.
It's like,
I told you I love South America, but
you're
very
not.
shaky.
Yeah, you're not willing to go rugged and through the
No, I
scenic
have
route.
no problem with that. But in order for me to do that, for the amenities that I need in my life, it would require me paying a lot of money to get things on board.
Okay, and not something on your bucket list anything.
Nah, you know, when you go. Okay, look. So I had a conversation with my boys about this. Are we going on vacation or are we going on a trip?
We're going on a trip.
Because a vacation for me is not any of this.
No, this is a trip.
Yeah,
It's not a
this is a
vacation.
trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
An experience.
Exactly.
Okay, so
A
what's the
vacation is a non-experience.
Please, no. Define the difference between the two for you, at least.
For me,
Yeah, sir, kind sir.
the way I see vacation is I'm going to vacation. I'm going to relax.
Relax.
Yes. So
Okay.
everything that I'm doing it in order for me to relax. So I would overpay to stay somewhere where things are being done for me rather than have to do things myself.
But this is not what you're signing up for here. You're signing up for
A trip.
adventure.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's a totally different thing.
Hajwala.
Hajwala.
In a sense.
Yes.
مغامرات.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I would rather do it in Saudi. Like, what's the name? Shout out to Team Gelek. They did, this is, I think, like 5-6 years ago. They did a whole trip through Saudi with Team Gelek.
yeah.
You can find the video on YouTube.
There's a lot of
It's
people.
really
that-
beautiful.
yeah,
Like,
there's-
I really would like to travel our own country.
there's a lot of people. The boys did that a couple of years ago.
No,
Yeah.
they went to one side of it, not the whole thing.
Yeah, they did a good, chunk
Yeah.
of the country.
They did
Well, east and
they
north.
did a corner.
Northeast.
Corner.
No, west.
There's a lot
yeah.
to see. That's a nice thing as well. Number one,
I want to go where I'm wanted.
Which is nowhere. Nobody wants it there.
I think nature wants you.
Who wants a disease? Who? Oh, well, Shamsi. So, okay, all right. So
I'm not nature.
someone needs you.
I'm not nature, son. That's not how that works.
Oh, a lot of new things in the news.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I read something very interesting. Have you heard of Mariam bin Laden?
No.
You better, don't. Number one, all right, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Have you heard of Mariam bin Laden?
No.
I've never heard of Mariam bin Laden until 2 days ago.
Okay.
Or was it yesterday? I can't remember.
Who is Mariam Laden?
Mariam bin Laden just participated in a challenge in Bahrain called what's the name? The Khalid bin Hamad swimming challenge.
Okay.
She swam from Khobar to Salman City in Bahrain.
What?
Oh wow.
Now, I want you, we all lived in Sharqiya,
Yeah.
Yeah.
minus Zordan knows how it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been over multiple times.
Theoretically.
Right? So I have a question for you. How long do you think it took her to go from Khobar to مدينة سلمان in Bahrain.
That's actually a really good question.
That's a long time.
5? No, more than 5 hours.
I would give it 10.
Like 8?
Because when you're in Khobar, you can see Bahrain's lights.
8, no, it's far.
Yeah,
It's
but
far.
when you're
It's the
driving,
ocean.
you go
It's
like,
a drive,
oh,
bro.
okay.
You're driving a good 40 minutes on the bridge. That's
Okay, and actually less.
like 80,
The bridge is around like
8 hours.
3 hours.
8 hours. Okay, what?
3 hours.
All right. Turks, do
I
you
said
remember?
10.
You said 10? Turks was the closest. She did it in 11 hours,
11 hours.
25 minutes
Wow,
and 47
that's really
seconds.
Of constant
Mashallah,
rowing.
man.
Yes.
Mashallah.
It's
Rowing
just-
or swimming?
No,
Swimming.
swimming. But
yeah.
you're
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah.
Swimming, yeah.
Mashallah. Wow.
That
That's
is wild.
That is incredible.
That is very impressive.
That is
Shout out to
actually
Mariam
incredible.
Bilal.
Yeah,
If
that's-
anyone knows her, give her a love.
Wallahi,
Like that's endurance right there.
That sounds
careful. But
that-
why?
That sounds terrifying.
It's a challenge.
It's like,
Did she get recognized?
Yeah, it's
For doing it?
it's the Khalid bin Hamid challenge.
Did she get a prize or a medal or a
when
trophy?
she got there, the what's the name? I think she got a medal.
Careful.
Yeah, there was a
Kida,
whole.
I can understand.
There's like all of Bahrain was there waiting. Well, Bahrain's like 9 people.
I mean, yeah.
all 6 people in
Yeah.
Bahrain.
the ones that care about swimming.
Exactly, they were there. Shout out to our people in Bahrain. We love you.
No, but that's really
Except
an
NBL.
incredible achievement, honestly. Like I can't even imagine doing that.
I can't.
Yeah.
There's no way that I can swim for 11 minutes.
Hell no.
I'm sorry.
11
hours.
minutes, true.
I
Also,
can't. I
yes,
can't.
I trust you on
No,
that.
I cannot swim for 4 minutes.
Have you?
It's been tested.
I've never actually seen you swimming.
We've never hung around waters, me and you.
Okay.
Only one time. You want me to tell the people the story of what happened? over
Please
there?
do.
I don't remember that.
Turks was there also.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember that.
You want me to remind you on,
No,
on air?
yeah,
You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
We have pictures that we can see.
I need the pictures. So
I think Turtle has the pictures.
I gotta find those.
Because the last person I remember who showed me the pictures was Turtle. So I think
I
Turtle
gotta
has the
find
pictures.
those.
The last person.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So swimming, endurance.
Endurance.
Yeah.
Wild challenge.
Great achievement, Mariam. Honestly, bravo, respect and much love.
Like,
Shout out.
Yeah,
Come,
honestly,
come,
respect
come.
and much love.
That was awesome.
Though generally, that sounds terrifying.
It is.
yeah.
That's a lot of ocean and it's very deep, I assume.
There's creatures in the ocean.
No, but again, you're gonna be practicing for a long time before you do that kind of thing.
How do you practice
Of course.
11 hours?
How do you
You
practice a
spend
shark
lot
attack?
you spend a lot of time swimming.
Are there sharks? in Khalid?
I don't
I
think
don't think so.
Oh, well, there's always sharks everywhere.
No, but again, it's
There's a
like,
shark in every in each one of us.
I am a shark. You are a shark.
you have a shark.
We are all sharks.
No, but again, it's not just the sharks; it's everything else.
I hate this podcast. Yo. I really hate this podcast. Anyway, you were saying?
It's not just it's like the waves. It's
Yes.
it's the jellyfish.
Yes, the jellyfish.
It's
Yes,
the-
that one.
It's
It's
the
the
fact-
sun.
It's the sun, exactly.
It's the-
Like you're
I mean, you're in water, but also humidity. Come on, yeah, it's
no, but again, like if you're starting,
kind of hard to breathe.
if you're starting 11 hours, when are you going to start? You're going to start at sunrise, right? So like,
I think before that. Well, I'm not. No,
I'm not going to swim in the dark.
I'm not ocean expert. No, there was like boats with her. Like it's not like people were just waiting. And they were going, yo, did she make it? Nah, son. Yeah, Allah yarhamha. No,
No, like,
no, there's
I
a
don't
whole
know.
team.
I thought there was like a tracker or something.
No,
I don't know.
no, there's a whole team with her.
Okay.
Did
In
you
case
take
something
breaks?
happens. I do not
How
know.
do you
I
take
really don't have the
breaks?
details.
I don't know, but you got to eat something, man. You're swimming for 11 hours.
No, but again,
Are the people in the boat just having food and looking at her like, yo, come on.
Hey, yo,
You
listen,
got this.
our shift is over. We gotta go. But the other team is coming.
like again, you're swimming, right? How are you? They're not going to throw her food for her to eat. Well,
She's not
I
a
mean,
fish.
hand her a sandwich. It's not in a bucket. It's not a bait bucket. No.
no.
Like,
I was
when you-
thinking they had her a donut or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not a goldfish. You just don't see that. She's swimming.
How do you eat while you're swimming?
What are you talking about, cornflakes?
That's my question. How do you get?
You never ate in a swimming pool?
You're going to get
No,
cramps.
not while I'm swimming in a direction.
That's why I asked you, is she taking a break or
Well,
not?
even if they give her like a small bar, right? How are you showing breathing and swimming at the same time?
Yeah,
Take a break.
that's impractical.
No.
That's impractical. Yeah, I don't think she's eating, bro.
Even if they took a break, still awesome.
Even if she did, honestly, it's still an achievement.
I don't know,
that
man,
does
but
not.
I hope the people of Bahrain just hooked her up once she arrived there.
Of course, all 6 of them were all there
Yeah.
waiting.
They give her a medal, right?
Yes.
They give her the cup.
Tikka Bahraini on the beach. Once you get here, food, please.
I don't know how do you feel after that. That's very intense.
That's
Relieved,
Rocky music.
I think. Yeah,
That's على طول.
exhausted, probably.
Well, no, forget all
Proud.
of that. The idea is that what is your mental state in the middle of the ocean?
I can do this.
لا يا شيخ.
Yeah, like
Thank
no,
you for telling me.
there's the-
Thank you, Mariam.
No,
bin
no,
Laden.
it's like, but no, this is
What the fuck are you talking
no,
about?
but I think this is one of those cases where like you are pushing your body to the limit. And
Yes,
you're trying
I
to
can do it. It's not one of the things that actually
Yeah.
controls your mind. You're just trying to bullshit yourself.
I'm just saying.
You have to have way better mental strength.
Oh,
to
your
do this.
survival instincts kick in.
Exactly. How you controlling your breathing, like your muscles, your muscles
energy.
alone,
Yeah.
all of that.
You
No,
enter a flow
You,
state.
you get a cramp, plus you're
I know that we can Google and figure out all of this.
You're gonna
but
have to
nah.
power through.
Yeah, no. Again, I'm
Let's just go with the feels on this one.
It's no, let's say a lot of training, a lot of training. Like that's in order for you to get used to swim also in the conditions of the ocean, which
Yeah.
are completely different than swimming in regular pools. That's
it's not
a
an
whole
ocean,
different
it's a
ballgame.
gulf. Yeah,
Open water in a sense.
Yeah.
true. Thank
Yeah,
you.
No, it's the definition of closed water because it's not. It's in between two things.
exactly. And geography, man. Thank you, geography, man.
Welcome,
Zordon,
geography.
he flew over all of it. he knows what's happening with
He's been
everything.
mapping it. Thank you, Zordon.
He's figured it out.
لما يقولون خليجنا واحد أنا الواحد.
I see all of it.
I think we have a new logo for it. Yeah, exactly.
خليج الواحد يستحد كزوردان.
Just a big forehead.
I see.
Just a forehead with flags.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
Well,
my
see,
God,
you just got elevated on this episode.
So my question to you, Turks.
Yeah.
You do this. What's your snack that you eat while you swim?
I mean,
There's something I want to say, but I can't say it
No,
on this
no,
podcast.
no, I
but he
mean-
knows exactly what I mean.
No.
I'm sure he's gonna eat that and a lot of that. But, you know, all love and respect, bros.
I'm just imagining the thought of Turks eating as
That-
he's swimming across the ocean, you know, or the
thing
sea.
is, if Turks did it, I guarantee you, at one point there's gonna be a cigar in their hand. I guarantee you, if it's like this, just one-handed. Oh, Turks, you finally made it. You've done it in 26 hours. Could have been 11, but you took a lot of breaks. You had to catch a show. You wanted to catch the game.
أعطوني headphones, guys. Headphones. I need a podcast. I need something. I'm bored.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that is
that's-
wild.
But that is actually intense. The thought of it, just like 11 hours swimming nonstop. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just wolfing down protein bars.
not how I think it went.
Might as well get some muscle growth out of this. Yeah, I'm swimming for a lot.
Yeah.
You're burning a lot of energy. Swimming is not easy.
True.
So shout out to
Mariam.
Amen. Wallah.
Shout out to you.
Congratulations.
You are way
None of this can-
way
can
bigger
do
person
this.
than any of us.
Amen.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Hats off to you. I'll never challenge you in life, even to drinking water. I'm not challenging with anything on water. You got this,
Like
girl.
we know,
You got this.
we know where your strengths lie.
Exactly. Pull you away from water. Get some sodas. We start having a conversation.
Yeah, we
You'll
have
be
no-
bloated real quick.
We have number one at least. Yeah, and he dominates the air.
He's our golf.
Yeah,
He's our golf.
he's an all-seeing eye.
Imagine the
All-seeing
size of
guy.
the third eye that's going to pop out of that
Bro,
forehead.
Sauron ain't got shit on him, you know.
It's not gonna be the third eye. It's not gonna be the
Gonna
third.
be the first, the one and only.
I was gonna say it's gonna be the third alphabet, but yours is
Yeah,
better.
Allah.
Funny.
Oh my God. Anyway, number one actually asked a good question last week. Was it last week or the week before?
I'm not sure. I always ask good questions.
No, the hell you don't.
Never.
No, you always tell us stories that we don't want to hear.
Yep.
But I think 2 weeks ago, he asked something that we want to talk about on the podcast, and like we just totally forgot. Then he reminded me of it today, so I want him to take the wheel on this one,
Is
so we
this
can
the
make
one-
fun of you.
Is this the one about weddings?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the spoilers.
Like
I just want to make
I
sure.
hate my friends. Like you're on a podcast. Set this up properly.
So, you are a hypothetical Shamsi.
First off, there's one next to us. Stop pointing at me.
Yes.
Why is everybody a hypothetical Shamsi?
Yes, you are a hypothetical Shamsi.
What has to do with
'Cause
autism?
nobody wants to be the real chefs.
Anyway, go ahead, say it.
So, you are a hypothetical Shamsi, and you're finally getting married.
That's why it's hypothetical.
Hooray.
Because it'll never happen.
Okay.
Good on you for understanding.
That's why.
تفهمني.
I got you.
I mean, we just broke quantum computing. You know, anything is possible at this point.
So
not this.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Not this. All right, keep going. Go ahead.
So the hypothetical Shamsi is getting married.
Okay.
Do you invite your female colleagues to the wedding or not?
Female colleagues from
work.
work?
At work or from other walks of your life?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is actually a good question. Depends on the level of relationship, I would
Very
say.
easy to answer.
No, just immediately, no.
No. No, that's not the answer.
Yeah.
But there's like an easy way to go through this.
There is but is that good for podcasting?
That's
Thank you very much.
That's why I'm not answering it right now.
Okay.
I want to see where we go with this. I know we'll get there eventually. Let's just see how fast we get there.
But it's the journey that counts, not the destination.
Yes. So depends how well you know them.
Yeah, I think it depends on how well
They're
you
your
know
colleagues. You just know them on surface
them.
level.
Well, if that's the case, then no. But if someone that you've worked with for a long time, for example, someone that you've, it's not just someone that you know from one job. It's someone
Can
that
I
you
challenge
have
that?
different level of relationship there.
So if you're getting married, you walk into work, say, hey, everybody, by the way, I'm getting married. Hayakum kullukum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That doesn't
Exactly.
count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
What doesn't count?
حياكم كلكم is a general, casual invitation
Exactly.
to all.
All right.
But the question is, who do you send the post to?
No, that wasn't the question. The question is, do you invite?
حياكم كلكم definitely. But I don't count that as an invitation.
You need
The
to-
invitation.
That is an invitation.
That is not an invitation.
That is
Yeah.
an invitation.
It is.
You need
That-
to-
That is an invitation.
you
That,
need to-
that is a
Not up to
courtesy, not an invitation.
That is an invitation.
That's not a courtesy.
Exactly. If you say Hayakum Allah to my sorry ass little wedding, everybody's pulling up to your sorry ass little wedding.
Yes, the definition.
Do you want everybody to pull up to you? Sorry, I was already. That's a different question.
Exactly.
Okay.
Y'all need to understand there is a difference when it comes to male versus female weddings. The male wedding, literally anybody can get it. Hayakum
Don't say
Allah.
it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say it that way.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to.
It's been a while since we
Yeah,
got on the
yeah,
podcast. I don't
But
know.
it's one person that's getting it a lot.
Yes.
Like also here, and let's not kid ourselves.
And it's not your wife.
Yeah. So, literally, there is no quote unquote politics to inviting a guy in the male wedding. It's as you come, عندك ظرف في فلوس حياك الله تعشى وتوكل على الله. Female wedding, it's a to-do because what you need to understand.
There's a process.
There is a process. There is vetting.
Much more investment involved.
There is مين هذه وليش جاية.
There's invitations.
فأنت
There's
لما
prep work.
فلما جواب مين هذه وليش جاية صديقة العريس. That's an awkward question.
It's
That actually happened to one of my boys, by the way. And he told his mom, he's like, hey, my friends from work, they're coming up and they're going to come and, they're gonna approach you and say hi. And like they did. And she's just like, yo, like, okay.
okay.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, she was like, yo, I can't make it make sense of why these girls are here. Oh, we work with him. Okay, why did he invite you?
Because we know him. We want to congratulate you. We want to congratulate the family. We're happy for him.
So
Obviously,
when you usually have a wedding here, who are the people that are invited?
family first
Family,
and foremost. Then
and-
extended family.
Exactly.
And then friends.
Exactly.
Friends.
And then mothers of your friends. And then it goes from there.
That's
Yeah.
up to your parents.
Yeah.
Extended family and extended friends.
But everybody that's there is there because the family wanted them to be there,
Yeah.
except your coworkers.
No, but I am part of the family. Am I not?
How are you part of the family? You're a coworker.
It's my wedding. I'm inviting.
Not you, fool. This guy.
You're getting a hypothetical, Shamsi. No.
No, you're still on that. You
Okay.
really want to get married. There's deeper things happening here,
I was
y'all.
thinking about hypothetical Shamsi here. Okay.
So even if you have like female colleagues, right, women colleagues, right, and you invite them, it kind of look weird. I don't think it's a problem. I think for the moms, some type of moms, especially ones who are traditional, it is very weird for them.
It's a generational issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
My boy did an amazing escape out of this. I can tell you the story if you want.
And in my situation, like I've had a
You
similar
what?
incident occur,
really?
but in a different context. So we had someone pass in the family a few years ago, and then I took some time off from work, and some of my female colleagues actually, wanted to come and pay their respects to the family.
By the way, the story I just said just to bait you to tell the story. So
Yeah,
thank you for taking that bait.
you remember
Go on,
that.
tell-
You remember
say the
this.
story.
You
Yes,
remember
say
this.
the
We're talking about
story.
this, right?
Say the
I didn't hear
story.
the story.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then so they came and they met the family. family and they paid their respects, and I appreciate it. Actually, actually,
Yeah, a funeral is different.
Yeah,
What happened after that?
and then I got a lot of questions,
Like,
from the aunts. They're like, "Hey, so like
بتسأل
this
عليهم؟
happened."
إيش في؟
No, and
So do you get Shamsi Jets?
I'm like,
Say it. Say exactly how it was said.
Yeah, I'm like, it was Diga Shams just as ما أعرف إيش أسوي فيها يعني. I'm like, why? She's like, she doesn't know anyone there, and like she felt a little bit out of place,
so what? It's a funeral.
It is a funeral. That's what I
say
said.
it.
That's what I said. إنه يعني يعطيها العافية إنه she went out of her way and she actually came. She didn't have to do that. She could have just
Yes.
paid her respects to me. But the fact that she did, it's a gratitude and a appreciation from her end. So yeah, so it's unusual and it will raise eyebrows, depending on
I would say
the family members involved, obviously.
I would say a funeral is much more palatable than a wedding.
Yeah.
Because a wedding, they're gonna get, I don't know, dolled up, and like the family.
Again, the
Yeah, they're gonna put in work.
Yes.
Yeah.
First off, for anyone who's non-Khaliji or non-Saudi, a wedding here is like the Met Gala.
Yes.
Like the Met Gala at the minimum. Okay, to give you an idea.
Like people really,
Like
the
people
Oscars
really
red carpet.
go out.
Yeah. There's 4 hours of prep work before you go.
Exactly, and it's normal for you to see someone that spent a good million on all the jewelry as they walk in, and they're not even the bride.
It's like the Met Gala plus like a exotic car showroom.
Exactly, and all of LVMH
and in case
every single company.
in case we weren't clear, like this is an all-female
Yes.
affair. Like women's weddings and men's weddings are separated, and men's weddings are usually much more low key. It's just people gather around.
مرة.
There's you're served
Yeah.
tea, you're served coffee. There's alva and there's dinner.
Yeah.
That's it.
You work.
then a random
You
booth
wear the
pops
same
up.
thing.
So,
So that happens every wedding. Okay,
That does.
A, you know that he has the sword ready.
Exactly.
Okay, and B, I don't think we would feel like the wedding rituals
complete.
are complete. Yeah, without Boots like
That's
just,
his blessing.
Exactly.
like swaying his weight basically.
always booze at the end of the night. You know?
Yeah.
But we're closing up, guys. This is for y'all.
Yeah, well, female weddings are much more longer affair. Like they last all night long. Sometimes they go to the morning.
Yeah, sometimes like 6-7 hours.
There's a lot of there's a musical accompaniment. There's dancing, so it's a whole thing.
They literally sometimes last, from 8 to like 5 in the morning.
My aunt's wedding, they had dinner and breakfast.
Nice.
Just to give you an idea, the sun was up.
And
Dinner and breakfast.
The
Yeah,
men
yeah, yeah.
woke up and they're like, "Oh, they're still not here.
Yeah, like-
No, we need to go pick them up at 8 a.m."
Full. Listen, guys, yeah, full. Yeah. So
And one thing y'all need to understand, it is understood that in female weddings, a lot of people go there to be, I don't know, the marriage equivalent of headhunted.
I mean,
It is the draft.
it's
yeah. It is.
I know
technically a draft.
it's a social event, obviously.
It is.
And the way our society works, a lot of marriages happen through family. So this is one of the ways.
Also, at
know-
weddings, it's multiple game shows in one. It's Arab Got Talent.
Okay.
It's Jeopardy. It's everything.
It's like how well you dance.
Exactly. So to explain
So
this
you think you
better,
can dance.
I actually have an idea. Okay, so you need to think of like Saudi women wedding as a Las Vegas casino.
Keep in mind. Wait.
Wait, let him cook. Let him cook.
Wow.
to give people an understanding.
So it's a lottery.
You will go there. There is a theme show. There could be multiple themes. All right. At the same time, you have a live concert.
Okay.
You have a
True.
DJ.
Yeah. True.
You have multiple dinners,
Banquet.
banquet. You have
All the jewelry.
you have a
and the
WWE
bling.
style walking in.
True.
Okay.
True. With theme music.
Yes, and at the same time, it's speed dating
True.
without the men.
True. Yes.
Yeah, no, zero men involved
Exactly.
in all of this.
All of this happens in that one little place, just like a Las
yeah.
Vegas
It's
casino.
in one
Women's
night.
weddings are a pyramid scheme. Okay. People get married so other people can get married.
And then,
Yeah.
and then a lot of money goes into waste because hey, we're just
Yeah,
helping
yeah,
each other
yeah.
out here.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Big
you
wedding.
always hear like the day after. That's when all the aunts start calling each other, and the gossiping comes. Hey,
yeah.
who is wearing the pink dress with the diamond cut? And like, oh, had they been planned? Okay, like is she married? Nah, she's single. Oh, she divorced. Oh, okay. And like,
And that's how all the aunts sound. Like,
Exactly. Like they're all tucked in the corner, like in New York. Like, hey, yo, G, what happened with her?
Like, we're all
Yo,
having the
she
same
a 10.
discussion.
She a baddie though. She a baddie. Like, I got my son right here.
Like, by the way,
I'm trying to hook my son up.
This is so true.
Listen, I'm gonna call Aunt Nay. All right, and we get this locked in real quick. I bet, son.
So
Yeah, that's so true.
what Adil described as the top game show of Saudi female weddings. It's called Min Hi Di Binta.
Whose daughter is this?
I mean, and again, this is
Like
Let's-
a Pokemon kind of reveal thing. Whose daughter is this?
Let's look behind door number 1.
no, but
It's like a guess who, right?
it's part of the social
Bint
fabric.
Flan, no click. Bint Flan, no click.
Again, it's part of the social like fabric, right? This is how people get to meet each
Yeah,
other.
you
in a
win
close
you
society.
win like in Wheel of Fortune with getting closest to the mahar without going over.
True.
Just-
True. Yeah, I mean,
That's actually true.
facts.
Oh my god.
I love how we're speaking all of this without having actually like we know this is what we hear, this is what we know.
Yeah, this is
what we're told. Obviously.
This is
all
lore.
know.
Yeah,
we
this
all
is
know.
lore.
Well-known
That's
lore.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is what we overhear our mothers talking to our aunts.
Yeah, exactly.
Bint Flana. What happened? Oh, 3 kids.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
over here, they tell me to my face, like, yo,
They inform-
went plan.
okay. So,
Per our previous scouting sessions.
Oh, first off, Tux, you're like the first brother sister in the house. Okay.
What?
You are the brother sister in the house. They talk to you like a brother. They talk to you like a sister.
True.
They give you the gossip.
I didn't know that was a term, but yes, true.
okay.
I am a brother sister.
A brother, if you will.
What's the name of what's the name? Whitney. What's it Goldberg? What was her movie? The Nun thing.
What?
Sisters Act.
Sisters.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg. I forgot what it was.
Well, much multitasking today at this point.
True.
Okay, so anyway, let's go back with the real honest truth. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
right. The original question.
We really went left field.
Marra.
So one of my boys did. He knew it was gonna be a problem because he asked his mom. He's like, "Hey, I want to invite my coworkers," and she smacked them up. She's like, "Fuck your coworkers, fuck your crew. First off, fuck your coworkers." so she Tupac'd him. So he couldn't do it. So what he did was he came in and was like, "Hey, my wedding is next week. Hayakum Allah, right? The men's wedding is gonna be this Thursday. The women's wedding is happening next month."
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
So they forget about it.
exactly.
Okay.
So when he came back, oh, when's the women's wedding? Like, oh, we decided to make it small. It's already been done.
Okay.
Change your plans.
Yeah, that's
that's a nice
that's a
moonwalk.
polite way of extracting yourself from the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take notes, y'all.
Take notes.
Unless they know someone in your family, they all
it be
find out
known.
that you got married.
Well, again, another part of it here is, hey, the woman's wedding. No, it's not about your people. It's about our people. Like we are prioritizing our society and our circle. So, yeah, no, keep your.
It's one of those rare times that mothers can put their noses up on everybody else, and it works.
I mean, and it's one of those moments where, like, you get to show up, you get to show off, and you get to bring the
Oh,
family
you know
together.
for sure. And at every wedding, there's always those couple of girls that come in looking crazier than the bride, and now all the mothers go crazy.
How dare she?
Exactly.
How dare she?
And we know all their names. Like, oh, Sarah, write it down, y'all.
So wait, and this is how we lose, or this is how we win. What was the game show called?
Many different.
The only way you lose with Minhi Binta if she's married. That's the only way you lose.
Exactly.
Because I've lost that game a lot.
I mean, if she's married, then I would say she's already won the game. She
Yes.
doesn't have to play the game.
Also keep in mind, it's not only that game; it's also speed dating. They will go to the table and sit down and ask you, "Who are you? Where
What
do
do
you
you do?
work? Who's your parents? What do they do?
Who do you know
invite
here?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right? Who
exactly.
invites you? Who do you know here? They'll have that one-on-one.
When are you dancing? I'll book a seat over here. I need to, get a glimpse.
And of course, we
I-
have those that dance. It's like, oh, maybe like someone catches me. And there's ones that sit there like they're about to get married tomorrow, hoping so. Oh, it's just so respectful.
Yeah. I believe
It's
the que-
usually the Holy ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were saying.
I believe the question-
According to the mothers.
According to the mothers.
According to the
We don't know
mothers,
this. I haven't been there.
And the aunties.
I believe the questions they ask is fuck who you know, where you from, where your grandma from.
Yeah.
Where your grandma live.
I mean, that's actually the question. Yeah. That is literally the question.
They're
Yeah.
all Kendricks.
I mean, it's important to know these things, Adil. It is important to know these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would y'all invite? I know you would.
I mean, yeah, I think I would.
What if your wife says no?
I mean, that's up to her. It's her wedding at the end of the day. Yeah. So
How you gonna break that?
I'll be respect. It's her wedding. It's her day. She gets to do what she wants.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
She gets to enjoy it the way she wants to enjoy it.
All I would do is just talk shit. For the sake
No. This is a good answer.
This is
Steve
not-
Harvey would
No.
approve of this.
No, first off,
Answer.
you're looking for an ex not to do shit on the wedding
Listen.
day. All right, that's what you're
Listen.
doing. Hey, you take care of all
I
this.
don't want to do this. Y'all want to do this.
Shamsi.
So y'all do whatever y'all are comfortable with.
I'll let you.
This is my statement on it.
You
know?
will need to understand quickly the difference between off-white and cream-colored. That's one thing.
What
Oh,
is
yeah.
the
Exactly.
difference?
Because you will be asked.
You're gonna struggle with
Wait,
white
what?
and eggshell white.
Dude. Are we serious here?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Serious.
Yeah.
Off-white, ivory white.
How do all of you three know this?
Because we are good future husbands,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
are
just thought
cultured
I had-
men.
cultured men.
Yeah.
I just have bad eyesight, guys.
Yes.
Like,
Like for us,
No.
we
It's
know
not
that.
the eyes. It's in the brain.
Like being honest, we know it because of clothing. Okay, I know for a fact it's because of clothing.
okay.
But
I'm a
What
designer.
what is off white if not, Anyways.
That's a good card to play. Whatever.
I love that.
Every time I'm in the corner, I'm a
designer.
designer. That's why I know all this shit.
He has the same Adobe Photoshop skills from Adobe Photoshop 1.0.
في 12
He's still a designer.
ايه اقول لك في 12
I know Pantone.
Yeah. Third year of college. Not even beyond that.
Yes, architect.
Yeah. Anyways, eggshell into what you were saying, eggshell.
Yes.
No,
because
off-white and
you will
off-white.
you will have to be a part of the conversation, and
I
that's
mean,
not
sure, I will contribute to with my honest thoughts and opinions.
No, don't you dare.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you
Don't you
idiot.
dare.
What should I contribute with then?
give an opinion.
Money? Like what?
It's
am
a
I-
very
That's
thin
number one. Also,
Yeah.
first off, you didn't get to the wedding unless you already contributed the money.
I'm saying, no,
So we're there.
the wedding is not my task, right? It's the family's thing.
Yeah, usually.
It's the family's thing.
Yeah, it's from one family to another. Sometimes
Yeah.
the family say, hey, like, the father or the bride say, I'll take care of the woman.
Yeah, that's usually
it's my daughter's
Yeah.
wedding and I want her to have something
Yeah,
wild.
the correct way to go about this hypothetical Shamsi is to give an opinion, but defer to her opinion.
Well, that's what I started with. I think I'm on the
Don't
right
say
track
I
there.
don't
Do you
know.
feel lavender? That's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
Do you feel lavender? No, I'm not feeling it. What do you feel?
You feel blueberry.
Go with your feelings, girl. Your feelings is what got us
Yeah,
here.
see, that's I want a very smooth wedding process.
There's no such thing as a smooth.
That will require me to concede
You know
as
why?
much ground
Because
as possible.
it's not smooth for her. She's going through 100 things, and so who does she want by her side?
me
Exactly.
doing what?
It doesn't fucking matter.
Whatever.
Sit there in the corner like a little puppy, shut the fuck up, and just nod.
No, I would think whatever she wants is the correct answer here.
Yeah, but she wants an
But you
opinion.
can't phrase
Yes.
it that way.
You
Yeah.
can say it.
she wants lavender added. That's what she wants.
All right, I'm gonna call the lavender store right now. I give a fuck.
No, but saying this is one of those situations where you don't push back, right? Or you try to minimize your pushing back in order to
there is-
minimize the conflict
there is a
that
middle.
might arise.
The thing
from
is,
such
you're
situations.
throwing things to me that I can catch real quick, but I'm not gonna fall into the trap to give you answers. Okay?
No,
but no, sir.
I feel like I'm following my intuition here.
There
Keep
is-
follling that, motherfucker. Keep following
my
it.
intuition is correct at this point.
Shamsi, there
Get
is,
used to black eyes.
there is a middle ground.
One sec. I said black eyes, not black guys. Just information for you.
Two?
No, okay.
There,
up to you,
yeah,
y'all.
there is a middle ground between I don't care and fuck your taste.
لا شوف مسألة I don't care is not in play here. I do care. I do care because you care.
You're
Yeah.
So because you care, I shall care with you. You know, I feel like that's the energy.
You want me to give you the play?
Yeah.
Fuck, this is getting in trouble.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying this
It's
is the
simple.
energy.
No, it's very simple.
Put it out there.
Joe, pause.
Please do, sir.
Pause.
Please do, sir.
Never mind.
Quickly now.
The way I saw my friends
Yeah.
to do it,
Mhm.
right? It's simply you kind of need to actually put a little bit of borders.
Borders.
Yes.
That
Be-
sounds dangerous.
It is.
Okay.
And you kind of need to kind of put your foot down on a couple of things
Ooh.
to establish not dominance, that there's a limit to where you can expand your thoughts.
Today is not the day for limit. Today is my wedding day.
Well, no, today is not your wedding day. You're still planning for your wedding day. On your wedding day, I don't give a fuck if you do backflips. I don't care what you do. But before that, when you're planning, she needs an opinion from the idiot who's going to make other opinions with her and support her in life. So you need to come in with an opinion. So you come in and say, hey, this is how I feel, but this is how I see it. I don't have the knowledge that you have. So I'm going to tell you what I think. And you say what you
In
think.
my limited knowledge.
Exactly. And she will say, oh, this guy's an idiot, so I don't need to ask him anymore.
Again.
All right. And it's over with. You're free.
Okay. So just state your opinion at the beginning.
You
of it.
have to say your opinion. The idea of, yo, it's your day, I'm not doing nothing. No, it looks like a cop-out. And it's going to be treated as a cop-out.
You don't want to be involved. You don't want to help out.
Thank
Don't
you very
you
much.
care?
Exactly. Hey, Mom, how was your wedding day? Well, your piece of shit dad didn't do jack shit.
I mean-
I had to do everything on my own.
He didn't do jack shit, but he sure invited his hoes.
There we go.
Wow.
Why are we aunties all of a sudden?
On brand. On brand.
I'm red. See,
So
see how it works?
So the solution here is put yourself forward for whatever she wants, but while stating your opinion, just to let her
No,
know that
like-
you thought about
Like
this.
like I said,
You
put
know?
an opinion, but defer to her.
Yeah, exactly. You've thought about this. I've had thoughts.
Yes.
This is something that's been
Oh,
important.
you've
that is-
definitely had thoughts.
no, it's something that's important to me. Something that I've considered with you.
Because you're going to have an opinion about every single thing going on in both of your lives, right? So you can't start with saying, yo, whatever you like, and then later on start having opinions.
Okay, so it's about establishing the dynamic.
Yes. Put your foot down.
Okay. Well, wise,
I'm sorry.
wise words.
I'm sorry.
Wise words from your friends.
Yes, man. Shout out to friends. I love friends.
Yeah, thank you for helping out.
Thank you,
Adil.
friends.
Yeah, thank you for letting Adil know what to do in such a situation if it ever arises.
Thank you, friends.
You know,
So yeah, it's not establishing dominance, but you need to kind of be out there. Like she needs to know that there's either someone next to her that can give you a good idea or a dumb idea. So she knows your boundaries. So she knows what to ever ask you in the future.
I think at this point, yeah, if we're getting to the wedding point, I think she should know whether I have dumb or bad ideas.
No, because when you live with someone, it's a brand new experience, even if you guys were together for I don't know how long, right?
It's a different dynamic.
It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
You went from, hey, I'm going to see you, then you go home to, oh, now you are in my home.
You
Right?
are my home.
Exactly. Relax.
Yeah,
no.
no.
See, again, that's
No.
you need to relax on
No,
that.
no,
You turn
no.
on the PlayStation, and why are you turning on the PlayStation at my house? You need to be careful with that. Alright?
Okay, it's our house.
Exactly,
It's our
sir.
house.
In fact, you are the house.
This.
We are the house. نحن البيت. No.
No, she is a bit.
So since there's always going to be an opinion coming from you, early on she needs to understand, like, yo, should I ask this idiot a question or should I just do it? And you'll find that sometimes, like, you just walk inside the house. By the way, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I didn't even ask for your opinion because I know how important it is. And also, I'm gonna give you like another warning. And
That sounds like a bad idea. Okay, let's go on.
I'm
What,
gonna
marriage?
give you-
No.
I'm gonna give
We'll
you-
double back on that one.
Okay. Setting traps here. Yeah, I'm good.
I'll
Yeah.
give you another idea. So, friends,
these lovely, caring, and wise friends of
Yes.
yours.
so my friend and his beautiful wife that he loves very much,
so much.
deeply, deeply, right?
Uh,
He said no to a lot of things because he thought it was a bad idea based on his limited knowledge. And he kind of put his foot down on a couple of things. And that foot was overwritten by a truck.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And it was like, yo, fuck your thoughts. This
Fuck-
is going to get done.
Fuck your foot.
And then later on, my friend who deeply loves his wife
Yeah. Okay.
had to come with the reality of, oh shit, this is actually a good idea.
Ah.
Right?
So that's another layer of,
But here's
of
the thing.
issues.
My amazing friend who loves his wife deeply,
Yeah.
right? He did it way too many times.
Uh-huh.
Now every time he says no, it's more like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, right? You're fucking your opinion.
Fuck your opinion. Exactly, sir.
Do you know what? Every time you say no, but I think like, yeah, well, you thought no about this and this and this and this and this. And when she can count to 10, okay, I know this is brand new for you, number one, and the girls that you know.
They can do that?
Yes.
My bad, bro.
That's harsh. That's hard. That's hard.
It was easy. It was easy
That's the thing,
layup.
bro.
It was easy layup.
I mean,
So when she can count 10 things that you said no on, and all of them were things that you loved.
oh, they're training him now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like, yeah, I'm not taking this idiot's opinion anymore.
So the lesson here is have less opinions.
Have opinions, but and the opinion with how you feel.
Just to let I feel like that's a reasonable, compromise.
I agree.
That's the
100%.
middle ground. That's the middle ground. You
Shout
need-
out to friends
Yeah, shout out to friends
who love their wives.
Amen.
deeply, deeply, and extremely.
A lot of ease.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for these friends who unfortunately had to state their wrong.
Yes.
Wrong opinions, you know.
God is good.
And-
God is good.
I mean, I hope they've learned, you know, from all those
They got closer to God.
moments. Yeah.
They got more patience. Now.
I'm sure if there's one thing I can say about them,
Mm-hmm.
they will never
ever.
forget those moments.
You know what I know about my friends?
Yeah.
They learn how to shut the fuck up.
So I feel like after all of this, I feel like this is the end goal. Just shut the fuck up. Yeah. You know? Like, just don't have an opinion, bro. Just nod and smile. Yeah. Just
Yes,
like the penguins on Madagascar, you know, just like
No,
smile and
how are we
wave.
here?
Smile and wave, fellas. Smile and wave.
What Champsy told us, he literally just saw the penguins in Madagascar like a couple of
Yeah.
days ago.
Wow.
Let me sidetrack real quick. Did you see Baloo's last post on Instagram?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. Like for listeners, you're not gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. But
Baloo, the DJ, not the Jungle Book character.
all right, I see. Again, now you kind of gave it a lot of information. People might actually go look at the picture. So he posted this picture. You see this?
Yeah, I saw that one.
You saw this one?
Okay.
So I was like, oh, Middle East has a cartel location now.
Wow.
Middle East cartel, y'all.
Doesn't look like an expansion, Adam.
It looks like it can be an expansion.
Compared to the things that we've seen over time, you know.
Oh, shout out to our boy
Yeah.
Baloo. Anyway, would you invite coworkers?
I mean, I think we've resolved the issue with shut the fuck up. It's like, you know, yeah. I think that's the win here. That's the win.
Always, when you weigh it out, what's more important to you? Your wife? I was going to say your home.
Or your life.
wife. Okay. Nah, fuck your life. Your life is not important, right?
Classic
So-
Saudi calling his wife a home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it the safety and security in your own home?
Definitely.
For you,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Or is it like, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of people?
No, I value the safety and security of my own home. Yeah. I think that's what I value.
All right. I guess we solved it.
Because
No, we didn't. I'm sorry. It depends. I mean, it depends on the dynamic between the co-workers. It depends on your any future wife's involvement in your life and your colleagues' involvement in your life and the dynamic there. And
They're your colleagues, bro. When you're
Yeah.
60, they're not going to be there.
some colleagues are like, some people find friendship.
Yes, they can find friendship. When you're 63 of them going to be there around you. Everybody else can be busy with their own lives. Look at all the grandparents that we have.
Yeah, some
They're not
people
hanging
do
out with their boys.
I mean,
I mean,
That's why what's more important, your home
yeah, see,
or people's opinions?
safety and
we
security.
do have
son.
a lot of grandparents hanging out with their boys
Come on.
on a
There's like
weekly
3
basis.
of them. There's like
Yeah.
3 of them. And one of them is yours.
No, it doesn't get out of the house.
Yes.
Zero social life. I think that's where I got it from.
My point.
No, but I think part
point
of
exactly.
I think part of it is like, or you already know that this is a stressful day for everyone involved. So don't add anything that might increase the stress for whatever reason. You know, whether it's, hey, I'd rather be comfortable with my people, I'd rather not have people that I'm not that familiar with, or anything else. You know,
Plus, you're not there.
Yeah,
So why?
yeah, that's another part of it as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
why is
Or you can invite the ugly ones.
Yo.
I mean,
I'd make her comfortable.
that's an HR issue.
Yo.
I'd say, like, look, you don't have anything to be afraid of, honey.
I think that's counterproductive, but you
That's
know,
I mean, I'm not gonna answer this. I'm not
sure.
gonna respond.
see this.
Well, yours is not going to be able to read. So I don't think she's going to have much of an issue, to
I
be
mean,
honest.
that's a requirement.
Okay, I'm going to say.
I'm like, sentience is kind of an optional thing at this point.
I mean, he's gonna be overlooking
like-
the whole thing.
What-
from above.
what-
Yeah,
At
but-
this point,
At this point.
okay.
I'm like, what do you mean? You think therefore you am? That I like.
I'm a simple man.
Simple man.
I'm a simple man.
I want nothing from this life. Yeah,
Oh my god. Anyway, we solved that, I think.
yeah. As
Or
always,
added more fuel to the fire.
as always, we have resolved the issues of society, and you know,
Oh, what would you do without us?
those of our friends
Oh.
who deeply, deeply love their wives.
Have y'all been watching the new podcast that's been popping around Saudi lately?
Which one?
Which one?
I have no idea.
Vision, culture, and
Oh,
policy,
yeah.
was it?
I've seen
Majlis
Khamis.
Pod.
I've seen a few clips, but I haven't really watched any full episodes.
So you haven't. So the answer is no.
Yeah,
And you were not going to. Don't act like, oh, I'm going to get to it. It's
yeah.
right there in front of you.
I haven't gotten to it. Put it that way. Have you?
Yes, sir.
And what do you think?
Well, it's difficult to ask me what I think. I like things like this podcast. Some episodes you're gonna like, some episodes you're not gonna like. It's that simple, right? But it's the overall idea that I see.
Which is
Like, what's your favorite podcast here? English Saudi podcast.
I'm not the right
There's like
guy to
5.
ask. I'm not the right guy to ask.
There's like 5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'd say-
There's only 5.
I would
So
say hours, but that sounds a bit narcissistic.
no, it's good. Keep it out. That's what it's good.
Hours, we're great. I love us. Okay. Yeah.
How about Arabic podcast?
Not.
There's a bunch.
Name.
ثمانية سقراط.
Which Themani? Themani has like a bunch of things under it.
Isn't like the main one.
Finjan.
Finjan's the main one,
sorry.
yes.
I always auto default to.
Oh, come on. Themani business bats. Swat
Yeah.
business is really good.
Sort of business.
I keep hearing a lot
Scrap.
about sort of.
Swat business is really nice.
So those 3.
I
There's
also
a-
like the host. It's very laid back.
Yes, there's a bunch.
Okay, why do you like them?
The guest usually and the interview style is very laid back. لو يعطون الضيف مساحة إنه يتكلم.
Okay, so it's the interest of the topic بالنسبة لك يعني.
Yes,
Okay, what about you?
I'm not there for the host.
Thank God it ended with ST at that one.
Turks?
I don't listen to a lot of local podcasts, to be honest.
So no opinion.
Any, I think. Yeah.
I think Themani became such a standard that everyone is building on that model, right? So it's all guest based. It's all the value of it comes from the guest more than the host, right? So like for Themani, like what he was saying, with his big ass head, like he would see who's basically this guest who is I don't know in some sector or whatever. Okay, I want to see what his opinion on what's going on.
Okay.
Right? So it's by guess when it comes to number one choosing who you want to see. Like my favorite is Quick and Curious.
Well, okay, what's Quick and Curious? For those who don't know.
You know Quick and Curious.
For those who don't know.
If they don't know Quick and Curious, we have a problem right here. Like it's 2 girls. Shout out to the girls, right? And they just talk about F1.
Oh,
F1,
yeah.
F1 racing.
F1 racing. It's in Arabic.
Yeah.
Right? But what I love so much about it is because I'm listening to 2 personal opinions, 2 personal thoughts, 2 people joking with each other. And it's very authentic to hear from someone rather than wait for someone else to come and have a conversation.
Okay.
Like they do guest episodes and stuff like that. I think they're very nice. I like them. But I look forward to hearing what they say and what they think because I'm tuned in to something that's just a product that they have. And the product they're selling you is not Formula One. It's actually them. Right? So you're tapping in. I can get Formula News from anywhere. Like I watch Formula One. So I have all the channels I will get Formula One. But I still tap in to see their thoughts and opinion, their jokes.
Yeah, you're
on the
not
thing that's happening.
tuning in for the Formula One. You're tuning in for the personality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like we had a couple of podcasts that had like 4 or 5 episodes that did this also, and then they just said peace out. Because to actually do this is very difficult. Because
Hosting is difficult.
not only hosting, even like just putting out a podcast from a bedroom is difficult. So you kind of need to have content every single week. You need to do all the work yourself, do the editing yourself, do everything yourself. It's not difficult in terms of work, it's difficult in terms of thought
Yeah.
because it's mentally straining on you. So being
Technically
able
easy.
to do it looks like it's easy.
Technically, it's
No,
easy.
but it does
but-
require
but-
time and energy and consistency, obviously. And
thought,
all of
a lot of thought.
Yeah, and all
You
of
need
the,
to figure out what to talk about on a weekly basis.
and that
If it's a weekly podcast.
and that requires, like this space for you to actually do all of that, So it's not a straightforward thing.
Yeah, but it's very rare that we have that.
And it's
it's
very-
very rare that you have people getting on podcasts giving you their opinions. But most of the time we get on podcasts to hear not the podcaster's opinion, someone else that they have. So the value of the show is the guest more than the show itself.
So, but that's a completely different. Yeah, exactly. So that's a completely different approach to what you want to present. And I think for us doing this, we enjoy this because we know each other so well, and it allows us to really, explore each other's, different thoughts and different ways of looking at life.
Yeah,
right?
but this one is very different because if we did not know each other, if we came together for our podcast, this will never work in any way, shape, or form. Because this relationship that they see, that everyone, all of our listeners, our viewers, everyone that's tapping in, they're seeing like the good version of us, right? They're not seeing the bullshit that starts before this and after this.
Yeah.
So like we know like we talk about everything. So if I like we start off with you talking about I want to go draft to the Soviet Union, and then all of a sudden now we're solving weddings and shit.
No, but I think that's rarer. It's more difficult to find that kind of dynamic.
You need a friendship. This is why I like Quick and Curious, because
Yeah.
both of them have a friendship, and you get to feel that they're these two friends having conversations about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
No, I see your opinion. I see your opinion.
Stretch giving them a shout out. Nah, I'm not shouting out Quick and
Yeah,
Curious.
but again, sometimes you
Fuck
do-
out of here.
ايوه طالع الكاميرا.
Love you guys. I don't know how is this a heart, but this is how my heart is shaped. It's squared.
Sharp edges all around.
Tough love.
But again, this is sometimes you are looking for something different. Like in terms of what number one said, you are looking for that guest that is going to give you a subject that you're not widely read about, or something that you don't know and you're really interested in getting to know more about. That's when you go to these different podcasts.
Do you know where's all the places that people are putting their opinions?
Where?
TikTok.
That's a whole
Live streamers.
That's a whole different.
That's the only place you're actually looking at people, that you're looking at them for their opinions, for their
Yeah.
personalities.
تعطيني أسد بعطيك أي رأي تبي.
Yeah, but I think TikTok is very, very different, population segment. Like I don't imagine the older population
كبسوا
segment
كبسوا.
are going to be
Yeah.
as comfortable, exploring TikTok as the younger generation.
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about whose generation for what. You're talking about personalities. Whenever you're on social media, it's about personalities. We just noticed this.
Yep.
we take this very seriously, y'all.
It's part of our job.
We were not playing. What was the game we were playing for this?
Sifu.
Sifu for like a good 3 hours before we started this podcast. We were doing work, trying to come up with topics.
This is work.
This is how much we care about this podcast.
Yeah.
And then none of us is doing shit. Anyway, so whenever you're looking at social media or you're looking at influencers, whatever they are, it's about like their personality, right? Except influencers. Influencers, they're just selling you shit. But streaming has been so popular right now that you have a lot of people on streamers that are their personal thoughts and opinion. Problem with them, a lot of them are like losers. This is the major problem.
I mean, yeah, or cringy,
Exactly. Because they're
or
looking,
childish.
because they're looking for views. But you don't have people that are just out there this is just a bite-sized sample of what we all have in store over here. You know what I mean? Like I would like to tap into a podcast, even if it's guest-based, where the host is actually challenging the person, not asking leading questions.
That's a different conversation though, right? Because then the guests might not really accept being on that kind of show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I'm catering to the guests and what they want and what they feel, how am I different than traditional media? It's like he's coming on a news show with an agenda that he's trying to push.
No, but I might be giving space to voices that might not get that space on traditional media, right? Like
How many guest-based
depending
podcasts do you know of, or have you seen, where all the guests are just random people? No. They all have position holders or work in sectors or an expert in something specific, and they're there to talk about that thing alone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no opinion. Like if you're telling me about clean energy, then I'm gonna ask, where do we rank and whatever, and then you're gonna be talking about clean energy the whole time, and then the concept of clean energy, like all this like basic information. But a real thought process to a guest where you challenge their opinions and they actually know their shit. I'll give you an example. There's a couple of people that have been on podcasts, right? And those people I met. I would not take their word for anything.
Okay.
Like even being friends with them, I would actually have to think about, should I let these people into my life? That's how much I do not respect what they're doing.
Okay.
But hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, they're on podcasts, they're considered an expert. Like I know this guy is a moron. Everybody that's met this dude knows he's a moron.
But everybody who
the
sees him
image
beside the screen,
is an expert.
yeah.
And then one person has, another person has, another person has. Then all of a sudden he's everywhere being the expert. This is what I see. This is the issue that I see. A lot of people bring on, my biggest issue with guest podcasts,
There's like a vetting in a sense,
all of you want to be Joe Rogan.
or the bar is a bit too low.
All of you want to be Joe Rogan, right? Be Joe Rogan. Ask questions back.
Do a 3-hour podcast.
No, right? No, like challenge the thing that's being told to you and kind of understand or break it down or try to understand why they think this way in order for people to have a better idea. But if I just sit there, I sit and I listen and then cut you off to do ad breaks and shit, it doesn't make sense to me.
You're not challenging me. You're not really,
Yeah, exactly.
You're not pushing me to any level.
محاضرة. I'm sitting here just listening to you talk.
You're a pedestal, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there. Like I have zero opinion in this. I just have to wait and see. Oh, hopefully you make something entertaining out of this, and I get nothing out of it.
But sometimes you do have guests who are interesting enough to be able to go and really explore their own field, or really like talk about the thing that they're doing in a passionate way that is illuminating and enlightening. But you do need, I do agree, you do need more pushback, in terms of really letting people sweat a lot. Not letting people sweat, but like I want you to really think rather than give me a prepackaged answer.
Have a personality, basically.
Or come back to me with something that you've already said 1,000 times because you've been asked this question 1,000 times. So, and that goes back to the hosts themselves. That goes back to the platforms that are actually bringing these guests on.
I'll tell you something funny. You know what's the best segment that I've seen in all of 2024?
What?
It was on Al Arabiya.
Okay.
They had the head of Olympics come in and they're having an interview with him. And the interviewer was just whooping him.
I think we talked about this.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
we didn't say that on air.
Yeah.
We talked about it off air. Have you heard it?
No.
Like it was.
Look, I know it's in Arabic, so a lot of people might not actually be able to understand this. But I just want to play it for the boys, and then like we'll give you our opinion.
Like it was like a good example of like proper hard hitting journalism, right? Like it's not about making you uncomfortable, but it's about asking you something awkward and not shying away from you giving me
A good interviewer basically doesn't only let the guest give what they are here to talk about. It's extracting more information.
يقولون عبد العزيز
Listen to this.
طيب خلينا نقول لك وش يقولون عليك الناس يا عبد العزيز في هذا الموضوع.
تفضل.
يقولون عبد العزيز ما يجيب الاصدقاء.
اي.
Can I see this?
90% من اللي هو الان مرشحهم للتعيين في الاتحاد كلهم من اهل جده. اصدقائك في جده، خلينا ما ادري هم اصدقائك ولا بس من اهل جده يعني تحديدا.
اي.
اقول لك الاسماء؟
هي تفضل.
السباحه انت جايب واحد اسمه الشعباني جده، المبارزه وسيم الحسن جده، كاراتيه اسكندراني جده.
اي.
القوى عبد الله طه جده، تنس زاهد جده.
اي.
السهام تركي الدربي جده، الجوجيتسو مين
الجوجيتسو؟
الواحد
الحالي؟
مرشح. لا واحد انا اتكلم عن المرشحين.
طيب خلينا اول شيء نفصل بين الاثنين. اغلب اللي ذكرتهم الان انتخابات وفي قوائم حتعلن بكره، ولا اتخيل انه
اي بس كلهم يقولوا هذا استقطاب ابو يحيى، والله هذا استقطاب عبد العزيز
هو غير صحيح. اذا نظرنا الى اغلب القوائم حتلاقي من
ليش
جميع
تلحقك هالتهمه دائما؟
متى دائما؟ ما اتوقع انه موجوده.
لا موجود.
It's very long, right?
But this is very interesting. This makes me want to watch it.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck
pushback.
about sports, but I want to watch this.
Exactly. I don't care about the Olympics, but hey, the rumor is that you only hire your friends.
But that's a good reporter, though.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And the reason you go into podcasting is because you have the freedom of asking these questions. But if you're afraid to have people on, so you don't want to ask the right question, then you lose out on a lot of things. How am I supposed to have trust in this new product that you are showing me if you are similar to everybody else? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do actually. And you're asking a really good question, Leno. I think it's a balance between being able to really extract that, that nugget of truth, or that beyond pre-packaged answer, and being able to still be not accessible, but be a platform that people are willing to come and talk.
True. A lot of people will be
Because
afraid
people
of
exactly.
Yeah.
People will want to avoid being put in that position.
Okay, let's look at our podcast. The people that are saying we don't like this podcast, we don't want to be on this podcast, it's not because we said something that's wrong. It's because they don't want to be asked questions that they know we will ask.
Exactly.
And they know we will not back off of it.
Exactly.
They will deny this.
But that
So-
is the issue with a guest-based podcast. You need to secure those numbers.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can't.
And that's where I don't want to say the bar is lowered, but that's where I feel like you want to play in a way where I don't
You're
want to.
appealing to guests to come on the show.
Making it easy for them and not making them think twice by saying, "Hey, I don't want to go there," and you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to.
No,
and make
you
me
need
look
to
dumb.
you need to appeal to the guests. You need people to want to come, so you have a guest always ready.
It's not a cop out, but it is, I think, a consequence of the format itself.
Because if you think that,
You're not self-reliant.
because some of them think I'm at the beginning, I'm going to be nice to everybody so I can get on board, and then slowly I'll build that. You can't do that. If from day one you were the nice person, you cannot just switch it up. From day one, we were just very blunt, very honest, And people will tell me, like, yo, I love your podcast, but I can't be on it because I know you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's something that I can't respond to. I was like, then you don't have to respond to it. Just say, hey, no comment, bro. I will drill you for 10 minutes after that also, but just say no comment and keep it popping.
They don't want to be in that position.
Exactly. And so if you don't want to be in that position, what is the point of all of this? What's the point of your position? What's the point of all these guest-based podcasts that we have? What's the point of all of this? We have no personalities. What you want to come out so I can just tap you on your back and say, hey, you're so amazing, and play some music for you in the background, like, oh, it's all touchy-feely? Is this it?
No, but part of it is like you want to shed light on these people. It's not about going really, really deep as much as exposing you to something that you're not really aware about. Part of it. That's why I'm saying part of it. Yes, the other part is I do want something, meaty, something I can bite into, something that can really chew on. No.
Allow it to go, bro.
Substance.
We're almost there with them.
I want substance. I do want substance. I do want truth. I do want something that I'm not going to say controversial, but it's going to make me think, hey, this is a different opinion. This is something I might not agree with. This is something that is out of the box.
When a guest gives you an answer, it doesn't have to be the end of it. It's not because he gave you an answer like, okay, this guy answered the question, let me just move on. No, there's deeper to it. I'll give you an example. This is no disrespect. Don't get into your fucking feelings, dick phone. When Mishal was on, what's the name of that podcast? Mosho? Right? Mishal, the singer.
Yeah, okay.
He was like, oh, I have 800 songs that I've done and haven't put it out. And then, like, the whole thing was like, Moshe was trying to hold his hand while he's talking. No, you could have went deeper on that one. Like, there's so much that you could pull out of Mishal.
You can dig into it.
Exactly. And Mishal would answer you if you actually go in and give him the right questions to get the right thing out. Mishal is slick. With all due respect, he's slick. He's not stupid.
He's going to know how to...
He's going to know how to dodge and weave, right? But there's so much you can extract out of your guests. And I don't see that happening. And it just annoys the shit out of me. Like, no, go deeper. Like, if you are coming on a guest on Pastor Kabsa, you don't have to be my friend. Not before it, not even after.
Everybody wants to be your friend.
Kiss my ass.
Until they meet Adil. Until they're interviewed on the podcast.
Until they see him and his dark burning eyes.
So I wear glasses. They can't see right now.
As they stare into you, as you stare into their souls.
So, like, there's more that you can give. And I just don't see that happening. I would love for all these guest-based podcasts to actually have their own personalities where, yeah, sometimes you might be assholish, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes you might be extra nice. That is totally fine. Sometimes you'll be neutral. That is fine. Sometimes you'll miss the good questions. That is still fine.
But you're still trying.
Yeah, because we're here invested in you. We should not be invested in your guest. If my interest in your platform is based on your guest, then you don't have me bought in.
You don't watch Larry King because you're looking
You're
for
looking
the guy.
at Larry
because
King.
You want Larry King at the end of the day. Be like Larry King. No, but that's a good example. That is actually a good example. And that is like when we're talking about, longevity and wanting to do this for a long time and wanting to get something out of it, you do need to establish your own voice. Definitely. That is 100%,
You need to have your own personality, bro. We need more personality. That's what we don't have. We have a lot of imitations. We don't have a lot of personalities. You'll see a lot of personalities in the creative sector, in the music sector, like in all those things. You'll find them there. But those personalities, they don't want to make it public because, hey, I don't want this unknown person to think I'm an asshole. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, yo, I'm afraid whoever's listening, one of them might think I'm an asshole. No, you're tuning in. Some days I might be an asshole. Some days I might be extra nice. Some days I might not be. It doesn't matter. You're not invested in my life, right?
Yeah.
You're here for the content. You're not here because, hey, I don't want to listen to this podcast because this guy, I don't like what he does. If that guy is, okay, if he was like a complete asshole, I totally understand, right? But if he wasn't, and he's just pushing on his guests, you need more of that. The best example of that, even though to some points it sounds like it's scripted, Saqrat. But sometimes pushes back on guests that none of us would ever push back on.
Yeah.
And he would ask him questions that none of us would actually ask.
And that's what makes it more attractive, more intriguing, more...
I think Umar did an amazing job over the years of making it feel so personal. Like when I'm watching for Umar.
And I think
more than I'm watching for the guests.
I think you mentioned something key here. And the fact that he's been doing it for so long, for years, to the point where he found his voice and he found his footing and he was able to grow more confident and really know who he is and what he wants to present.
And how he wants to present it.
Yeah, exactly. How he wants to present.
So, like, sometimes he'll have guests on that I've never heard of in my life. But I know Umar's going to go in on something. I know Umar's going to ask a question, and he'll have more leeway to ask these questions compared to everybody else.
Yeah,
So I want to hear that question being asked and that person answer.
yeah.
But when he delivers it to you, he delivers it to you from how he actually thought about this question.
Yeah.
It wasn't, let me just give you this question. No, I actually thought about this one. So you say this or do you say that?
And that's where you see the perspective of the actual host come into play
Exactly.
and be able to color
The
the show.
pushback.
No, and color the show and give it the substance and the taste of, the actual presenter. That's when the voice, in a sense.
And a good guest will accept the pushback and understand that there could be pushbacks on their thoughts and know how to reply to those pushbacks. Because if you thought about something so much, you know what people feel and think about it, and you know what the pushbacks are, what's the downside of things, and you'll be able to speak freely about those things. I just wish we had more of that. That's all I just wanted to say.
Yeah. Well,
Shout out to our tens and tens.
well, we just solved conversations.
We solved podcasting. We solved weddings.
Yeah, damn. Good
Las
job.
Vegas events.
Good job, guys.
Speaking of weddings, I thought of another perspective.
Bring it
of
back,
the question. What if it was your wedding and someone came and shook your hand to congratulate you and everything and said, "Who are you?" I work with your wife. How do you feel about it?
Are you asking me a question, or
I'm asking each and every one of you. Yeah, a question.
Well, I won't have that problem because she won't be working.
It's resolved.
But she's not of age to work. Is that what you mean?
It has multiple interpretations. Either.
She's learning how to count, guys. You need to give her time to learn how to read and then get a job.
Oh, you're a teacher. Thank you very much.
No, again, I'm sure it's the same thing. I'm sure she would ask you, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna invite my colleagues at work." That's all cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
but some dudes do give a fuck. Tush is right on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
I would find it maybe unusual, but I would appreciate the guy going out of his way and coming, to congratulate me.
Also, first off, at a wedding, right? If I'm sitting there and someone's coming to shake my hand, I'm not here to hear your life story.
True.
Yeah,
Move along.
Next.
Then you look to like the guy on your right, on your left, and say, "Who the fuck was that guy?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that you figure out later on.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh,
No,
sorry.
it's got to be
Hi.
at the moment. Later on, you're gonna remember anyone.
Hi, Muhammad. I work with your wife. In front of everybody. My dad is gonna left hook the fuck out of that guy real quick.
See, that's it. That's gonna be an issue.
Like, keep it to yourself.
He has a job.
I actually look at it much weirder that, hey, I'm going to attend my colleague's wedding when I'm not going to be able to see her. I'm going to see her husband.
Yes.
That is very weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit unusual, but
It is respectful, but it's weird.
yeah, it's
I don't need that respect from you, dog.
See?
You don't need it.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. Like,
No, because dude, I don't know you. I don't want to know you.
exactly. I'm probably not going to know you. So
And that answers our previous question.
All right.
okay.
We solved all the weddings for both parties.
All
right
the
now.
marriages, and all the talks.
Oh my god. When I don't have a good close off, I'll play this.
Lazim.
Bro, this
Lazim,
is
it's a classic.
iconic. I did it.
Oh yes.
So Zoltron.
Zordon, not Zordon.
Which part of the solar
When are you getting
system
married, since you had that
are
question
you
in your
off
head?
to?
Which planet said yes?
Pluto, but she ain't a
Send-
planet.
From which
delegate
galaxy?
To Neptune. The delegate came back with a very sincere no.
Wow.
There's a delegate.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Like that is fun time. You've been having a fun time, haven't you?
Yes.
When you get a planet with a bunch of moons, mix it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
He's gonna mess up the gravity.
Wow. Wow. Okay, please don't cause the solar system to fall into whack. Okay, guys, we need to maintain the balance of,
Anyway.
I will move the stars for my wife.
And on that note,
Shout out to tens of listeners. Shout out tens and tens of viewers. We appreciate you for being here. Thank you. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Oh, happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
No end of year roundup for shit. I'm gonna tell you
This
right
was a
now.
terrible year, guys.
Anyway, we out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.